me llegaron cheyennes de la capital, bien cargadas de soldados y con la intención de poderlo agarrar. Bajaron del pavimento, tirados al piso, cazando el alcohol, quedándose con las ganas de ver al 14 pisar la prisión.
Alright, welcome back, people. Welcome the fuck back. Let's get it started here. Alright. So let me update you on this morning, you guys. With the help of Mr. ChatGPT. So we originally had data at 6:15. The 6:15 data was the data that we were paying attention for, that was being hyped. And not being hyped, but it's important. And we end up getting good news. Unemployment wasn't. Actually, I think it did good. If it was low, no, I think it did good. But what did bad was the rest of the data. And I think since this wasn't that good of a data, and we end up getting some bad data, they went in with the bad data and are carrying, I think, based on that. Otherwise, at 6:15, you would have seen like an actual bigger move. It's just staying bullish, whatever, did this little upper move, but it wasn't really confirming to me. And then, yeah, the rest of it was your 8 o'clock. We also got the Fed is going to talk after the market close, obviously. Featured wise, we closed our technically gold and the Nasdaq closed technically at featured wise, I think at 3 p.m. No. Yeah, 3 p.m. and gold closes at 4 p.m. So as he talks, you're gonna see it in the last hour of the S&P and gold, I believe. No, here's the data that came out. The ADP employment data came in roughly in line with expectation, showing moderate gains. Yeah, see, so that was bad if you want rate cuts to happen. But initially, the market took a neutral to slightly positive thing. Yeah, that's what I saw. Like, I didn't like it. It was like, nah, it wasn't strong. And there wasn't a major spike of, yeah, it suggests that the labor market wasn't showing any major red flags. Yeah, you wanted more red flags. You wanted more red flags to really have that like spike on up for the S&P. The ISM. So that's why I was waiting for this data. Either this data is gonna help it, or it's gonna start dropping once we get closer to actually 7 o'clock. ISM service index came in a bit softer than forecast, indicating a slight cooling in service sectors activity. The S&P and Nasdaq show a small dip on the release, reflecting cautious tone. However, the move was not dramatic, more like a slight hesitation as traders. I said it's normal for the market to do that shit. It normally starts doing it like around your 8:45 to 9:30. Job opening were slightly lower. So yeah, see this too. So this is what made the market then, all right, cool. We can go based on this, and hopefully with this, even though the ADP was giving you a hint of how the market was gonna come out Friday. So you would think if that data is hinting that we're gonna get maybe on Friday good employment data, the market would take take it as negative. But I feel like it's gonna be the opposite on Friday, especially with the strength that the S&P and the Nasdaq are doing right now. Another thing I thought I was gonna say, it was gonna do that. Gold and silver aren't gonna go on down. If anything, they're gonna create support in this region here, right there, where they at, right here. And silver is showing you that too. I was like, nah, there's no way that this is for the silver. We're coming to Friday's data, whatnot. You see the Nasdaq and S&P fly. I was like, if anything, just being cautious. Some of them are taking the profits, but it's recovering. It'll create. What it's doing, you gotta remember that we just broke a new all-time high, so you gotta come down and test that new all-time high area section. Especially if we hang around 50% of it, which is Change it from here, and I would fucking take it from here to here. 50% to me from here to here, yeah, would be this shit right here, pretty much. So the fact that we're holding above this, very important. We gotta see. We have a 3 candle box here forming. We want by the end of the day to at least recover inside of the box, which is $79.36. Yeah, see, it's creating support above the 8-hour 50 Fibonacci, which is what you want, and then it's going on up. We got, yeah, this is what we want. We want to create support here, and then from here we should start going on up or sustain this bullishness. And if we end up closing on red, then we're gonna be testing that Thursday. So this is your testing. This is when you start buying your dips opportunity right here, whatnot. Yes, sir. You see right here, we created double top. There was no new all-time high or nothing, so it makes sense for the market to come back down and do that shit and create your not M pattern, but this is a double top pattern, so this is an easily caught pattern that the market was gonna then test this level right here. Your next session would have been right here, and so on and whatnot. And then your Mayday. Your Mayday would have been down here. Between this region here. This area right here. Just imagine this a fucking floor right here. So if this would have came down and would have broke this into here, then yeah, it would have been like, holy shit, we're going down. But this right here, to me, this would have been my buying opportunity. Especially in the forward candle, you would have seen more support, creating more confirmation. Right here, right on the edge of it. Right here, I would have gone for a buy. Definitely. Definitely. Go for an option. Option that bitch. 3 weeks. But anyways, that's what's happening right now. We're coming down. We're creating this. We're testing the support right here. This support right here, and that's strong, so that's good. What else? But just be aware to we could possibly start doing some sort of down movement. So far, we have a higher high, higher low. To cancel this trend, we want to shoot above here by Thursday or Friday to cancel the high. Then, because what we'll do is we'll bullshit here for a couple hours, let's say spike, and then wait here for nighttime, and then as nighttime comes, it starts going on down, and again, market opens, and now we're on red. So now we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on. And then this will be your breaking point right here. You can see the strong support right here. So then here's where it's gonna create your bottom, and it's gonna be your savior. Otherwise, if we sustain below this price, 76 Thursday morning, or night, especially, like expect some sort of, and then either Thursday night, this could be your bottom area right here, and then Friday could be your savior. So that's why it's important how we close today. So just something to pay attention to. But they're both still active in their weekly 3 candle bonds. But what I'm keeping an eye on is the dollar. Doesn't want to go down from this area here, which is a point area to hold below. So the more we keep seeing rejecting this, it started going down. That's what you want. You start seeing break the dollar go up, especially by the end of the day today or sometime at noon. Then you gotta see more of gold and silver start dipping on down and testing their next lower regions. Also, as I was doing my fucking analysis, I noticed that I missed on a 8-hour candle yesterday and a 12-hour candle. And thing was because I couldn't see them. They weren't clean. So look, but what gave it was You have your 12-hour candle. The first one give you your resistance. Second one give you support. Box that up. On top of that, there was a 8-hour candle, and this was more clean. Resistance, your support, and it ended up being in the important area where you closed yesterday. You box that up, and you wait for the play. But see, this is what I hate when this happens, because the play will happen before the market opens. So if I'm a day trader future wise, and that's another thing I gotta also maybe start. That's another thing I'm gonna start fucking. Oh shit, that's another thing I'm gonna start doing then, because you can view futures, huh? So if I can get up at 3 or 4 in the morning and do this shit, yo Harris, I don't know if you're on here, buddy, but let's hop on and go over the futures thing that you found. Cause I'm not a fucking over the phone thing. All right, so we got that setup, which expired after the market closed. I was like, damn, that's a good. Also because of everything you have, we just had a bad fucking weekend, and then here came your Monday, and I knew that this week was like, think about it. You just finished last week on a scary week. Again, investors don't see 2 weeks ahead of them. They just stay with what's going on right now. With hey, it's Wednesday, the market just dropped. Are we going? Look ahead for next week. What did we have going on that's gonna fucking save us? People don't do that shit. So once I saw this dip, I was like, next week is gonna be a recovery. So just thinking that way, if I would have known, if I would have put that shit together, I was like, oh, let me buy Friday. Let me buy Friday and stretch it out to fucking 2 weeks from now. Knowing that this week we're coming, next week we're coming in point data, we all are dreading. We're investors. All these fucks are just fucking just waiting like this, waiting like this for the data to come out. Looking at the screen like this, waiting for the data to come out, because that's how much we're fucking that data's important. So to me, like, it would have made sense. Like, oh, buy this fucking dip, stretch it out for 2 weeks, go to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, especially the S&P 500, and then you're good. You don't gotta worry about going in after the peak and this and that. So as these plays were happening, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna from Monday we're gonna start breaking. And then we also had this trend line. So I was like, all right, we broke the first trend line. Now we're going to this. It's gonna be your move because Tuesday is gonna do this, and we're on Monday. And da 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 da. So also this Monday dip. This Monday dip that we have, I think it happened over time, which that's how it works. We have a dip in the morning. I mean, we have a little rally in the morning or in the day. Here comes Europe or Asia, whatever. They complete the other candle, and the other candle, especially it never tends to break. It tends to just create this perfect fucking candle box and whatnot. And then here comes the United States, completes the rest of it, and boom. So that's why when I was seeing all this, I was like, I was projecting that how it would play out. That's what my mind fucking does. When I get this data, when I see the numbers, when I see the trend lines, the Fibonacci's, I put everything together and I go how it's gonna play out. And fucking 80% of the time, that's how this market plays out in my fucking head. I'm like, God damn, yo, like I was on my shit. And here you had another 3 candle box. And again, you couldn't really tell because the market, when it's open, it's only giving you 1 candle. So you gotta wait for the other candle, which is at nighttime, to give you that. Oh, okay, there's the bottom, and then because it's 3 o'clock, and then 6:15 we're gonna have it, so it's gonna start going. So that's what I'm missing to do, is to go focus on my options for these longs and days or whatever weeks, and focus on the nighttime to do these, take advantage of these dips and take them long, get out of them. All right, because I forget about that strategy. Because when I be looking at shit like, oh yeah, now it made the other 8-hour candle at nighttime. So, but at nighttime I can't go on the options. So I gotta fucking wait till it opens. And then when it opens, it goes to the resistance of it and it breaks. And then the market opens. And then that's when you gotta go on trades or options and see if it's gonna reverse and this and that. Meanwhile, the sweet move happened, you know, during the nighttime, during the Europe time. And we're still active with this weekly 3 candle box. I see it's completed. The Nasdaq is still underneath it, telling me that it's about to explode. It's underneath it. So this Friday, we're gonna rally, or we're gonna get some sort of retracement. It's gonna be used maybe as a retracement. Maybe by the time before it comes out, the S&P already created new time high. So either, damn, it's gonna be interesting. All right, anyways. Another thing, even though fucking Bitcoin dip, it's not a surprise because I was looking at it, I was like, look at it where the resistance were at. All right. Let me take all this crap off. I know. Take all this crap off. Because if you look at the peak was hitting you where we closed the year. So we closed the year right here. That's what those dotted yellow lines mean. 12 monthly close candles. So the fact that we closed, I went inside of a Monday, and I was like, yo, this is the big day for the market. So Bitcoin retracing right now, the market is going on up. It makes sense because this maybe with also investors, traders are thinking Bitcoin's gonna go with it. But at the same time, we're hitting a thick resistance, so it makes time to then reverse right now. And again, you're gonna see this shit. You're gonna see how Bitcoin went down below so and so. But guess what? How China wealthy are rethinking store of value, crypto. I just had a YouTuber that's known for pretty much talking about the economy. His thing was buying and selling properties. Once this Venezuela thing came, he came out and saying like, "Yo, I'm starting a program. I'm buying houses in Venezuela, properties from property to land to hotel / business or whatnot." I think 25K was a minimum. It was gonna be used through blockchain, or it's gonna be pretty much. Somehow he's gonna put the real estate into blockchain, and it's gonna be. And he's not just any fucking YouTube, like this man knows what the fuck he's talking about. So when he said that, I was like, holy shit. So this whole fucking dropping right here, like it should be normal for you guys. It should be normal. Look at Ethereum. That ain't shit. All I was gonna do, and also we broke a 50 Fibonacci. That's important. All I was doing is just testing it again. And if we do go through the week, it's just gonna consolidate. We're gonna fucking break. This is the bottom for Bitcoin. And if we end up getting bad news with the market again, and we get the S&P comes back down inside of the all-time high area, and the Nasdaq gets brought back down to where it was fucking pretty much Monday, then Bitcoin's gonna go down to between 90 and 88, and then that's when you're gonna see, okay, yeah, we're gonna start going there. Especially if the Nasdaq is taking a dump, there's no way fucking Bitcoin's gonna be like, fuck yeah, you guys, I created support at 91. We're gonna start going to 93, even though the fucking S&P 500 just took a fucking 400-point bullshit, blah 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 blah. Also, Bitmine. If Bitmine is not having a dramatic fucking drop and we're going down here to the 27th again, we're good. As long as Bitmine stays above 29, this baby's still rallying. That's what I keep saying. Pay attention to fucking Bitmine. Bitmine's gonna tell you where the market's going. Once I saw this over here, this was the first time creating support. I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna start fucking rallying most likely. All right, cool. We did. Once we came down, this is what I started saying again. Ethereum needs to fucking stay where it's at, and Bitcoin needs to fucking rally up here, pretty much. So it can rally, but Bitmine needs to stay at 30 to show me really. Once Bitmine fucking did this shit, this pullback right here, I was like, all right, start selling your, not start selling, but start going for a sell. Start data traders, options, sell. And then once we got this bottom right here, I was like, all right, this is it. With their Bitcoin is creating bottom right here, and it's just consolidating. That's why it's not dropping down no more. I said, and I said it on one of these days here. So December 17, 20, 20 some shit. I was saying like, hey, look how much Bitcoin is concentrating here for how many weeks. We already got inside the box. We already been stretching it. No, this three candle box doesn't work that way. Like when it really rejects and it goes down, it has to go down and break. The fact that the fourth candle went down, cool. Your first fucking true warning. The second one closed up. I was like, that's when I'm like, nah. Once this one came, I was like, okay, we're creating bottom here. We're creating bottom here, and we're gonna start going on up. And they just so happens to be the fucking first of the fucking year, the first week of the fucking year. So, and then Ethereum was giving me the signs way earlier how positive it was hanging above the three candle weekly box. So seeing all this, I was like, yeah, this is the bottom right here. We're gonna start going up. And then this is the thick ass resistance here. So again, it makes sense for the market to have a fucking pullback on down. The market is not gonna go up just because it went fucking up one day, whatever. It doesn't mean it's gonna fucking do it all the time. So, and since you've been on a panic sale and you've been fucking worried, you're now any little pullback now, you're fucking very. Oh, God, is this it? Is this it? Are we gonna go down? Are we gonna keep going? You fucking you're over here was cool. It was okay. Yeah, we're going down. This is normal, you guys. But once we got to here, it's like, oh my gosh. Dude, it just went down a little bit. It just went down $100. Yeah, bro, it's normal. It's okay, bro. Chill. Gobiernos de Alright, what else? Bitcoin. I mean, what else? Bitcoin. What else? So, people, what's the sentiment right now? Currently, over the market open, a bit cautious after this morning data. Sentiment is still slightly more towards wait and see. Investors are watching the Fed tone later today to confirm. And that's the thing right here. That's why I fucking hate when they do this shit, especially after the fucking market closes. Why can't that nigga fucking talk before? He was they're busy. They got some schedule going on. So just put me. You know what? Just put me on a important fucking day, the middle of the week. But make sure I talk after the market closes, because I don't want investors, to. So either we're gonna close on green, and he's either gonna help us, or again, he's gonna fucking pull us on back again. And again, that's what we're gonna be. So he's gonna put the S&P back inside of this bitch right here. Closing this week, closing this day. So he's gonna pull us back down, either above 6,942, and it's not gonna be a crazy down pull. It's gonna be let's say halfway. Let's say you close halfway, just right here, whatnot, and the market ends up closing there. And as it opens, it just has a little dip, but maintains it, whatever. What you don't want to see when he talks, after he talks in the market, and because he's gonna talk at 2:15, and the market closes technically at 3:33, even future, I think. So if by 3 we're still above this, we're Gucci. We're most likely gonna hold that bullishness. And if he helps us and it pushes him up, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna sustain that shit. But if he says shit and we're just down here, and he pulls it down below below 6,942, then that's when, like, all right, cool. Now we really gotta fucking wait on Fridays. Hopefully it is fucking bad data, because maybe he's gonna mention the war, or he's gonna mention interest rate. How, hey, we that data that we got was so and so. So we're still waiting for more data to really decide on interest rate, blah 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 blah. Then that'll fucking bring the market down, or they'll make fucking futures open even lower, and it's gonna be very cautious, and then that could maybe that's gonna give them more power to gold and silver and sustain where they're at right now. In doubt. Federal Reserve has had neither forecast about nor yep. With the economy just being calm for conscious, such as in not hurry to change yet soon. Yes, Federal Reserve fund rates are already within the range of neutral. Yeah, so that's why we're fucking like this to the data, because all these motherfuckers are just saying no. We don't see shit. We gotta wait for the data, labor markets, because data this, data that, and if data doesn't this and data doesn't, so that's why investors are fucking so stuck to this data, especially this week. So that's why to me, if I would have seen this shit, thought of this shit last week with this fucking fear, I would have been like, yo, go for a buy, dummy. Your presents are coming out next week. It's like if you just have fucking bad news, somebody stole your fucking whatever, and you find out like, yo, you have did you hear how somebody, you're gonna get some presents? Somebody got, it's like, what, when? On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What am I getting? I don't know. I heard it's this, I heard it's that. So you go from man to fucking, oh my gosh, hey, did you hear? I'm probably gonna get on Wednesday. Yeah, at 8 o'clock actually. So to me it would have been a no-brainer, yo. Fuck the dip. Go for fucking 2 weeks for the S&P 500. Easily, Nasdaq is more dragging. S&P is more fucking. It's more. You can tell how the motherfucker's gonna react. He's very she or he is very it is very forecastable. It's easy for me to fucking understand how people are gonna react to it, or market investors are gonna drift the S&P depending on what data's coming out, and because again we're so stuck on this week. By midweek, you should already be fucking seeing next week, because you should be playing out the playouts. It's like, oh, okay, but then so we're gonna, just like this last week, you'd be wishing that pullback, but they would have seen the present for next week. It's like, oh, think about it. We were told, we don't know. Don't even ask us about interest rates. We don't know. I don't even see it coming. I don't see it. I don't know. Market is doing good. I don't know, you guys. So to me, that's like, okay, so now investors are like, especially if I tell them like, we're going to be looking at data, depending on data, you guys. Now investors are going to be like, boom, to that week. So it's like anyways, too much fucking talking to myself. It's gonna close in fucking 15 minutes. Alright, I think that's it. You guys. This is Brian fucking Seacrest. Wait, was that on? The dollar? I already talked about dollar, right? Stay below that area, rejecting, Yes, go up. Alright, so the market is not fucking going crazy, panicking, selling. Ons. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Ons, for fucking losing track of you, man. Sweet fucking spot. God damn it, yo. Fuck that shit. Just here. Your August 25th. $2 Alright, anyways. This is Brian Seacrest. Signing the fuck out. What?